State media reported that China has launched a pilot program to track pneumonia of unknown origin. Meanwhile, Chinese Foreign Ministry continues to downplay the reports of HMPV cases. It said the respiratory infections tend to peak during the winter season. Moving to West Asia, a senior Hamas official has said that the group is ready to release 34 Israeli hostages in the first phase of potential ceasefire deal. Meanwhile, the office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said Hamas has not provided any list of hostages to be released under the deal. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has also accused the Iran-backed Hezbollah group of violating the ceasefire agreement. He launched a stern warning for and said Israel would be quote-unquote forced to act if the violations continue. Katz said that Hezbollah had still not withdrawn beyond the Litani River in southern Lebanon, as decided in the ceasefire deal. Israeli strikes killed at least 70 people in Gaza since Friday. At least 17 people lost their lives after airstrikes hit 2 houses in Gaza City. At least 6 more were killed in Jabalia region in the north and near central town of Deir al-Balah. The Israeli military said all those targeted in the strike were involved in terrorist activities. In Europe, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the incoming US President Donald Trump could end the war. Calling Trump strong, Zelensky said he could force Russia into peace talks. Zelensky said Trump plays a vital role in ensuring Ukraine's security. Earlier, Trump had claimed he can end the Russia-Ukraine war in just a day if he becomes the US president. Ukraine has launched a surprise offensive in Russia's Kursk region on Sunday. Russian military said efforts were underway to end the attack by the Ukrainian forces. Head of Ukraine's presidential office also reacted to the offensive and said Russia was getting what it deserved. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni met US President-elect Donald Trump in Florida. Her visit comes just days before she is set to host outgoing President Joe Biden in Rome during his trip from January 11th to 12th. Reports say Trump and Meloni likely discussed issues to global concerns and also the detention of an Italian journalist by Iran. US President Joe Biden recalled the attack on January 6 Capitol attack in 2021. He said that American democracy was literally put to the test when scores of President-elect Donald Trump's supporters had stormed the Capitol in 2021. The attack followed then President Trump's loss in the 2020 US presidential election. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar earlier today in capital New Delhi. Both the leaders discussed ways to enhance bilateral and global cooperation. Jaishankar acknowledged Sullivan's personal contribution in strengthening the partnership between India and the US. Sullivan will also be meeting his Indian counterpart Ajit Doval later in the day. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will reportedly resign as Liberal Party leader this week. The embattled Canadian leader will quit before a national caucus meeting of the party on January 8th. Trudeau has discussed with Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc whether he would become the interim leader. Trudeau took over as Liberal leader in 2013 and was elected to power in 2015. Now from the Korean Peninsula, South Korea investigators have sought an extension of arrest warrant against impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol, which expires today. This after investigators failed to arrest Yoon following a standoff between them and Yoon's security officials outside his house last week. Yoon has skipped questioning thrice over his decision to declare martial law in the country on December 3rd. North Korea launched a ballistic missile toward the East Sea or the Sea of Japan. The launch took place while the outgoing US Secretary of State Antony Blinken was meeting the top diplomats of South Korea in capital Seoul. This was the first missile launched by Pyongyang in 2025. In climate news now, a massive snowstorm has struck the United States. It brought heavy snow, high-speed winds and freezing temperatures. Over 60 million Americans across 30 states were under winter alerts. The U.S. National Weather Service said this is the heaviest snowfall in a decade. 6 states, including Kansas and Missouri, declared a state of emergency. The storm disrupted travel with nearly 1,500 flights cancelled and over 5,000 delayed. Heavy snowfall and freezing rain have also caused widespread disruption across the United Kingdom. Major airports, including Manchester and the Liverpool, were forced to suspend flights and close their runways. The severe weather left homes in cities like Birmingham, Bristol and Cardiff without power. The Weather Department has issued alerts for more snow and rainfall in coming days. A winter storm brought heavy snow and freezing rain to Germany. Up to 10 centimeters of fresh snow fell in Cologne, while black ice warnings prompted officials to advise residents to stay indoors. Frankfurt Airport cancelled 120 flights and only one runway remained operational at Munich Airport. Long-distance trains face irregular schedules in the Frankfurt area as icy conditions spread across the region. The India Meteorological Department has issued an orange alert for heavy snowfall in Jammu and Kashmir and the upper regions of Himachal Pradesh. Rain is expected in the plains of Himachal and parts of Uttar Pradesh. New Delhi residents are now bracing for a cold wave and dense fog in the coming days. This is expected to lower temperatures and disrupt visibility. A blistering heat wave is gripping southeastern Australia as well. Temperatures soared to 45 degrees Celsius in some parts of Victoria. Total fire bans were issued for 3 districts in Victoria, where authorities have labelled the fire danger as extreme. Temperatures are expected to peak as the region remains on high alert for further fire risks. On to business and tech news now. The Indian stock market crashed with both the Sensex and Nifty 50 experiencing significant decline. The Sensex dropped over 1,100 points and Nifty 50 slipped below 23,700 level. The primary triggers for the market crash was the confirmation of 2 HMPV virus cases in India amid an outbreak in China. Nippon Steel's president said they are considering legal action against the U.S. government. This comes as the U.S. government blocked Nippon's bid to buy the U.S. steel. The deal was worth $14.3 billion. U.S. President Joe Biden cited national security concerns as reason to block the deal. Taiwanese electronics manufacturer Foxconn has reported a 15.2% increase in the fourth quarter revenue. It reached approximately $64.72 billion. The revenue was boosted by a strong demand in artificial intelligence servers. Foxconn is the world's biggest assembler of iPhones and has chipmaker Nvidia as its client. South Korean IT service company LG CNS has launched an initial public offering. It is offering shares to the public to raise up to $817 million. Nearly 20 million shares are on sale with the minimum starting price of being $36.54 US. Amit Yoran, the CEO of cybersecurity firm Tenable, has passed away. He died on January 3 after a prolonged battle with cancer. Yoran was on medical leave since last month after being diagnosed with the disease. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said his company is losing money on its Pro subscription plan. He revealed users are using the service more than he expected. The Pro plan costs $200 per month and offers nearly unlimited access to ChatGPT tools. Italy under Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is in advanced talks with Elon Musk's Starlink to secure its government telecommunications. The contract is worth $1.6 billion. The 5-year deal aims to provide encryption for the government communications and internet services used by the government. The project has already received approval from Italy's defense minister. United Airlines will start testing Starlink, Elon Musk's satellite internet service. The testing will begin in February 2025. United aims to equip its 2-cabin regional planes with Starlink by the end of 2025. Eventually, United Airlines intend to provide Starlink services on all its flights. Microsoft is planning to ramp up its AI infrastructure in 2025. It is planning a $80 billion investment in fiscal 2025 on AI-powered data centers. This money will be used to train AI models and deploy AI and cloud-based applications. Since the launch of OpenAI's ChatGPT in 2022, investments in AI have boomed. Companies across sectors are increasingly trying to integrate artificial intelligence into their products. Taiwan faced an average of 2.4 million cyber attacks daily by China in 2024. This is according to the island's National Security Bureau. These cyber crimes were directed toward government departments. Taiwan's telecommunications, transportation and defense sectors were among the top targets. Moving to sports, and we start with cricket. Australia beat India by 6 wickets in the fifth and final test of Border Gavaskar series. On day 3 of the test in Sydney, the hosts chased down 162-run target in 27 overs to seal the series 3-1. India's Jasprit Bumrah could not bowl on day 3 due to an injury. With this, India lost the Border Gavaskar series for the first time since 2017. Meanwhile, Indian pacer Jasprit Bumrah was awarded the Border Gavaskar Player of the Series. He finalized as the leading wicket taker of the series. The world number 1 test bowler took 32 wickets in 5 tests with an average of 13.06. Bumrah also recorded 3 5-wicket hauls to his name in the series. And India is now out of contention for the World Test Championship final. This comes after the 2-time WTC finalists lost the Border Gavaskar series to Australia 1-3. The WTC final is likely to be played between South Africa and Australia in the Lords in June. New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 9 wickets in the one-day international series opener. Bowling first, New Zealand dismissed Sri Lanka for 178 runs. Matt Henry picked 4 wickets and gave away just 19 runs. In response, Sri Lankan bowlers struggled to get past New Zealand's top order as Kiwis won the match in just over 26 overs with the loss of just 1 wicket. In football, Manchester United held Liverpool to a 2-all draw in the Premier League. United's Lisandro Martinez scored the opening goal in the 52nd minute. Liverpool's Cody Gakpo struck an equaliser shortly after. Mohamed Salah's penalty stroke gave Liverpool a 2-1 lead in the 70th minute. But United's Amad Diallo hit the back of the net before the final whistle to deny Liverpool a win. Fulham held Ipswich Town to a 2-all draw in the Premier League. Ipswich led by 1 goal in the first half until Fulham's Raul Jimenez struck an equaliser with a penalty stroke in the 69th minute. Ipswich's Liam Delap responded with another successful penalty stroke to take the tally to 1. But Fulham's Raul Jimenez struck again before the final whistle. In tennis, the US won the United Cup title by beating Poland 2-0. The Americans, led by Taylor Fritz and Coco Gauff, got the better of their Polish rivals. While Fritz beat his Polish rival 6-4, 5-7, 7-6, Coco Gauff overcame second-ranked Iga Świątek in straight sets. In Australia, Aryna Sabalenka won the women's singles title at Brisbane International. The world number 1 beat her Russian rival 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 in the finals. This is Sabalenka's 18th career title. Japan's Naomi Osaka was forced to withdraw from the Auckland Classic final due to an injury. The former world number 1 retired after winning the opening set 6-4 against Denmark's Clara Tauson. This was Osaka's first WTA final in 3 years. In chess, world number 1 men's player Magnus Carlsen has married his longtime girlfriend Ella Malone. The wedding was attended by Carlsen's family and friends in Norway, capital Oslo. According to reports, a Netflix crew was also present to document the occasion. Now moving to the world of showbiz, the 82nd annual Golden Globes took place in the US. Here are the highlights from the film category. Wicked was honored with the Best Motion Picture Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Challengers won the Best Original Score category award. The Brutalists took home the award for the Best Motion Picture Drama, and Emilia Perez won the award for the Best Motion Picture Non-English Language. Meanwhile, here are the highlights from the television category. Jeremy Allen White won the award for the Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy for his role in The Bear. While Jean Smart won in the Female Actor category for Hacks, Baby Reindeer took home the award for the Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series or Motion Picture Made for Television. And actor Ali Wong was honored with the Best Performance in Stand-Up Comedy on Television for Single Lady. Meanwhile, Emilia Perez emerged as the big winner for taking home 4 awards. The grand feat was followed by The Brutalist, 3 awards in its kitty. In the television category, Shogun won in 4 categories like Best Series, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress. Nikki Glaser made her hosting debut at the 2025 Golden Globes with a sharp and witty monologue. Her speech poked fun at Hollywood's elite. From dubbing the event's Ozempique's biggest night to roasting Timothée Chalamet's mustache and Sean Diddy Combs' party, Glaser left no stone unturned. Celebrities in the room laughed along as Glaser teased everyone, including the hardworking servers providing drinking to the stars. Jamie Foxx opened about his life-threatening medical ordeal during the Golden Globes red carpet. The actor revealed his Atlanta nurse called him a 5%er, highlighting the slim chance of his survival. Foxx overcame severe brain bleeding and a stroke in 2023. Foxx also praised his daughters who supported him during the challenging time. Amazon Prime Video is producing a Melania Trump documentary directed by Brett Ratner. The film will offer an inside look at Trump's life as the former and incoming First Lady. The movie is being co-produced by Melania herself. The project is set for release in late 2025. Rapper Bad Bunny has released his 6th album. Its title translates into I Should Have Taken More Photos. The album is a heartfelt tribute to Puerto Rican folk music. The 17-track album features collaborations with Puerto Rican artists and celebrates the island's cultural identity. While focused on her role as Glinda in Wicked, Ariana Grande teased a companion project to her 2024 album Eternal Sunshine. Calling it an attachment, Grande offered no further details, but the singer hinted that unreleased tracks or an extended album could be on the horizon. Despite the buzz, she clarified she isn't currently working in the studio. American singer and songwriter SZA hinted at plans to record peaceful children's music. This is something she wants to do before stepping away from the industry to focus on her mental health. In a tweet, she mused about farming and donating produce to underserved communities after completing her next 2 albums. And finally, Camila Cabello was photographed getting cozy with rumored boyfriend Henry Jr. Calhobe on a beach in St. Bethlehem. These two were seen kissing and holding hands during their New Year getaway. Calhobe, a Lebanese businessman, is part of the Calhobe Group, a leading luxury retailer in the Middle East. Until now, neither has confirmed their relationship, though they were previously linked at a November fashion show in Saudi Arabia. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. I am Gusheen Garland and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Stay informed and stay tuned to First Post.
It's over! He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle.
Hi, welcome to First Sports. I'm Rupa Ramani. Let's dive right in. Right, on the show today, the Border Gavaskar Trophy is a buzz. Jasprit Bumrah stepped up to the toss and Rohit Sharma dropped for the last test at Sydney. But the top stories coming out of day one for you to take note of. Is it a new captain, but the very same old India? They took a bold call to bat first on a very challenging conditions, were bundled out for less than 200 in that first innings. Jasprit Bumrah, the lone spark towards the end of day's play. What are the signs for Indian cricket at the start of 2025? And Virat Kohli succumbs to his flirtatious attempts outside the off once again. But the bigger question, is Virat Kohli's mind telling him to stop, at least when it comes to the longest format? Will he be forced to take a call on that soon enough? And the war of words between Cristiano Ronaldo and Rodri is heating up after Ronaldo said Vinicius deserved the Ballon d'Or. Rodri has now lashed back at him. Where does this battle stand? Lots heading your way today. But first, a look at the headlines on Sports 360. Starting with cricket, Australian skipper Pat Cummins is likely to skip the upcoming tour to Sri Lanka. Cummins hinted he will stay back with his wife for the birth of their second child. Either Steve Smith or Travis Head